Hi guys, it's Jessica here for a Dolly updates video and just some general rambles. This is Caribou Woman. Her human name is Meredith, and she has been on my mind a lot, her character and her story. I have lots of things to share, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about her and her story. So the kind of time frame I think that we are, sorry for moving around in the chair here, I'm kind of fidgety today, I guess. Make anybody dizzy. So I think it is, she's in the summer of her 18th year and has just graduated or almost graduated high school, and is going to be going to college in the fall. I mean, that's her plan. She is a native girl. She is part of the tribe, and at this point I am going to keep it a little vague as far as what exactly tribe and where exactly this is occurring, just so that I don't basically say anything wrong or improper when it comes to that. Sorry, I'll quit moving around here in the chair. So she is a very rather, she's grown up in the tribe, and it's very kind of boring to her. She's not, she doesn't think of herself as a like a very spiritual person, and things like tribal magic and things like that really seem silly to her, and she's young, and she has things that she wants to do, but she's also rebellious and wants to be sure to like have fun and stuff. I see her as having a side to her that's rather serious and skeptical, but she's really young and youthful, and those things, enjoying her youth is more important to her than maybe trying, having some sort of responsibility to tribal tradition, that sort of thing. It's not that she is against it or dislikes it. She just doesn't want to be saddled with that type of responsibility. She wants to live her life and do what she wants to do, and she doesn't want to be tied down that way. Those things are really, she just doesn't want that. She really wants, her freedom is really important to her, or just to do what it is that she wants to do. But things have been happening. She has been seeing things, hearing things. Things have been happening that aren't quite normal, and she knows that she's not crazy. She's pretty sure of that. There's not, like, she's mentally unstable. Things are going on. She's been seeing some things that she is trying her best to ignore and act like it's not there, because then maybe it will go away. And one of the things that she has been seeing, or is not quite normal, is one of her childhood friends. She actually grew up with, who was about her same age, Ed Chigliak and his family. They've always been very normal, and a normal part of the tribe, well respected at the lodge. But Ed is a deer. And this is something that now when she sees him, she can see that he's a deer. And he couldn't help but notice that she's been noticing. So it's not new that Ed has become a deer. He has been a deer all his life. He's also a human, but he is a skinwalker, and his family are skinwalkers. So he's very boring and traditional in every other way. He's part of the tribe. He works his dad's businesses and has no plans of, upon graduation, of leaving the tribe or going to school. He's going to go into the family business. And Meredith thinks that's all very boring. Thinks Ed is boring. But he's suddenly become a lot more interesting. So they've developed a friendship, and they talk more now, and hang out, because basically this is somebody that she can talk to about what's happening to her, because it's something that she doesn't want to acknowledge, and she doesn't want to talk to the elders or anybody else. She is afraid, that they will try to make her stay and not let her go. I'm pretty sure that we're on the West Coast, in the States, so we're not in Canada. But I think we're on the West Coast, so we're probably. But she wants to go to a big city on the East Coast, and experience that sort of life and go there. And she's interested in the education and schooling too, but she wants the experience of living in a place like that, because she's grown up in a very rural area. But Ed is somebody that she can talk to about these things that are going on, and he's pretty sure that she's a shaman, and that she probably is going to need help as these things develop. And but I mean, he's a skinwalker. He's not necessarily knows magic in other ways. His family are skinwalkers, and in my story, and the way I have interpreted the skinwalker mythology, in a lot of Native American mythology, skinwalkers are an evil sorcerer who wears the skins of animals to become them, and they're considered pretty evil in most stories in mythology. But this is a family trait. In some ways, I would almost kind of like a werewolf, but it's kind of always with them. And this family, they tend to be deer more than anything else. It's very passed on in the family. So Ed has two younger siblings. We have Noah. This is hard. We have Noah Shigliak. And let me see if I can pick this little girl up. And then we have little sister, whose headdress is falling down. So I have to be careful with this guy, because if you might have seen in the last video of the box opening, his head, if you jiggle him a little too much, or too hard, or even just sitting him down, like moving his legs to sit, his whole faceplate falls off. So here's Natalie. This is the Ed and Noah's littlest sister. So she's the youngest one. But they're all deer people. They're deer people. So you might have also noticed that she is on this body. So this was the body that Doll's own Cindy came on. It's a got these adorable little hooves, which are so freaking cute, and I just love, like, the little hands are just so, it's a much more tiny, delicate body, and it suits her really well. It's a really nice little hybrid. I like how she looks on this. So I put Noah, the Doll's Own Cindy head, which in my opinion, needs to be a boy, and I put it on this boy body, this Impel Doll boy body, which is their USD 1/12 scale. This is considered one, because 1/6 would be like a little fee. This is like Pookie fee size. But I really like these two on this body, and I'm not too put off by the the skin color difference, because it's like a deer head on a human body. So I think it's okay, that the skins are different. So, yeah. And I made these little coveralls for him, these little jean coveralls. Let me set Ed down here. And this is what, like, when I go to set him down, I'll take his face off. I'll take it off, because doing this, like just going and like putting his legs up like that so that he can sit, faceplate falls off. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Maybe I'll just hot glue the head on to prevent that. Because we've had a few crashes, and so far nothing has gotten hurt, nothing's broken or anything, but it's not awesome when your $700 doll falls apart on you like that. But yes, so I have Natalie on this body, and she's wearing these are basically Blythe clothes. I think this dress is Wimicut. I think it's meant for little fee. And then so I made these coveralls for Noah, and let's see, they're lined. I think they could be a little bit bigger. I could make the pattern just size it up just a little bit, little more room, longer, a little bit, just a tiny bit longer in the straps, because I would like him to wear a shirt underneath this. I want to make him a little shirt out of like a plaid material. I think it would look super cute underneath that. But yeah, and he's wearing these little Blythe shoes. He's wearing these were the same shoes that Natalie was wearing. So yeah, so these two are brother and sister. They're Ed's little siblings. So Noah and Natalie. Yeah. Noah and Natalie Shigliak. Yeah. If anybody gets that reference without Googling it, I'll be pretty delighted, I guess, if somebody is able to get that reference without having to Google it. Yeah. Otherwise I won't say anything. But where was I? Okay. So yeah, so the Shigliaks are SkinWalkers. They're a family of SkinWalkers, and they are deer people. They're a Native American deer people. And the reason they can walk around like this and not everybody else can see that they are deer people is because great-great-grandmother was a red-headed Irish woman who was a fae, and probably was a Lurdulin, which is the race of fae that Danu created. They're deer fae. They're deer people. So they're a race of deer people too. That originated independently, but this woman married into the Shigliak family, and her legacy was that she bestowed upon the children the ability of glamour. So now they could now hide what they were, which allowed them to be full members of the tribe, because they do keep it hidden that they are skinwalkers, because in tribal lore, skinwalkers are evil creatures, and they would be banished from the tribe. So with the gift, and I think her name is Margaret. I think that's her name. The great grandmother that gave the gift of glamour to the Shigliak family. I think her name is Margaret. But yeah, where was I? So they have the ability to hide what they are, and they're very prominent members of the tribe, well respected. They're considered upholders of the tradition. They're very straight-laced folks, very normal, boringly so, and nobody knows that they're deer people, except for Meredith. Meredith can see that. So yeah, so they've been hanging out, and she keeps Ed and his family's secret, and in turn he's not telling anybody that, you know, what she is. She'd prefer the summer to go by and go off to college in New York or some other exciting eastern city, and she just is really interested in going forward, not looking back. So he said not that she had a bad upbringing or wasn't treated right or anything like that. She wants to be her own person and do her own thing. So it's kind of her personality. But yeah, so we have green eyes. I wanted to show, what did I do with those? Where did they go? So I took out his eyes and replaced them with these green eyes, because that is the one thing about them that's unusual as far as the Native Americans go, because they have these green eyes. And that's kind of their little signal that they, maybe I'll put these in him. These are really pretty. I forgot about these. There's some urethane eyes. I wonder if they'll fit in him. They might be a little too big. I was trying to find the Dalzone eyes. I don't know what I did with them. The Dalzone eyes that were in him, which was really, they were small iris, and they were really pretty. I think they're 14 or 16 millimeter though, because they're really big, but the iris size was more like, you know, what you'd find in a 12 or 10 millimeter eye. So they were small iris. Let's see here. So I have this glass eye in here, which is a really pretty glass eye. Let's see. What do you think? Let's see. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. It's a little, the iris is a little, because I think these are 16 millimeter eyes, which are a bit big. But maybe I'll put those in. So yeah, I've been pretty into these guys and the story, and I'm thinking about it a lot. It's been a big source of inspiration. And a lot of these themes and story ideas are ideas that I've had kind of vaguely, and the idea of Caribou Woman and what her story was going to be. I kind of like the idea that maybe she was because basically it's going to turn out that she's a goddess. She's Caribou Woman, though Native Americans' god and goddesses are kind of different from what we see in Western and even Eastern sorts of mythologies and such. So not so much like a goddess as like maybe an archetype, which Danu could be considered in some ways. So, but basically she'll be a goddess. So what's going on there is there this Caribou Woman goddess who is moving in to, it's an already existing creature. Is she a descendant, like Neela? So she's something like that, but also very different. And I like exploring that. And at some point these worlds will meet, but this is basically the story continuing on in another part of the world. Yeah. There. I think they're a little, the irises are a lot bigger. They don't lay as flush. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. So haven't been doing a ton of art though. A little bit of crafting. So this is a little journal that I've made. I've made a few of these now. They're kind of like in the style of like little traveler's notebooks. So they're leather. Let's see. Boy, is that even coming in? Maybe I need to be off the screen. Oh, so the inserts aren't removable though. I did sew them in, and I did a combination of fabric and paper because I like the differences in texture. I think it looks really neat. I made, sorry for all the snoring bulldogs, that's kind of the way it goes around here. I made this one, the lights, the sun's kind of going down over there. Same sort of fabric, and doing Olive, groaning. And then I made these two, which I haven't made the paper part for. So, yeah, so it's still. Gosh, wish that would focus better. So it's this little key here. And this one actually has a snap. So I'll snap it and come open. Yeah. So, because I'm always thinking about, one of the things I think about all the time is like that my characters have journals and like the things that they would be writing in their journals, or drawing in them, just the things that they would be putting in their journals. And I think it's really interesting to think about that. And that's one of the things that I utilize in stories and writing is like a diary entry, what somebody's thinking at that time, or it's just fun. It's a fun way to explore the character. This is a little tiny one that I didn't sew anything. I just put some paper in it and did a little knot around this so that little Noah could have this. It's his little journal. Yep. So, yep, snoring bulldogs all over around here. So, yeah, let's see. I don't know. I wonder how far we are in that. Because I do have some other updates. Okay. I think we're about 25 minutes or something in. But I feel like this won't take very long. If it does, then maybe I'll split this up into 2 videos. But I made a pair of jeans for Eve, and the fit is really good. It's got, I use the faux leather for the waistband, which, because she's wearing this corset, you can't really see it, and it's like rigid, so I can't pull it up. So the fit's really good. I really like her little butt in here, but this fabric, this denim, this is reclaimed denim from an old pair of jeans, and it's got a great texture, and I like how it looks, but it's very, very thick and doesn't have any bit of stretchiness or give in it. So she can't sit down in these pants. She can't sit. So I think I can use the same pattern. I just need to use a thinner. I had a phone call and it turns off the camera. But yes, I need to remake these in a stretchy fabric that so she can sit down in them. Yeah, burst out of steam here, which I kind of left because I might practice distressing these, because that's one of those things that I haven't done, because it sucks to spend 2 days sewing something and then, okay, now I'm gonna destroy it. But I love distressed jeans. I love the holes and looking worn and stuff. So, but yeah, she cannot sit in these. The other thing, so we had an incoming. This I had mentioned, I can't remember if I mentioned on here, but I had on social media that Doll in Mind, there's been signs of life there. They did release a new head sculpt, but this Lorena head has been popping off and on, and I went for it and ordered it. I didn't know if it was a mistake or not, but 2 weeks later from when I ordered, here she is. She arrived this week, last week, I can't remember now. Maybe it was Saturday. Yeah, today's Wednesday, and she came in Saturday. So it was almost exactly 2 weeks from when I ordered. So she had to have been in stock. So I don't know if they're making the heads or if these are in stock heads. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I was able to get a Lorena. I have the sleeping faceplate, and now I have the awake, and she is on this old Doll Leaves body, which suits her really well. I really like her. And then I had gotten, that same day that my big Doll Zone order came in, this secondhand body had come in as well, and I had gotten this for my Doll in Mind Annabelle head, and I wanted to put it on a boy, make it into a boy, and so I really like, I have this little Doll in Mind crew. I have the open and closed Lorenas, I have the Miru, and the Annabelle. And I still have my other Annabelle head, who is Mary, my Day of the Dead character. But I really like this face sculpt, and somebody had it on a Doll Zone boy body, and I was, oh, that's a really awesome hybrid, and I really like him. So so what I would like is eventually I can send these out and get face-ups for everybody, and so I'm trying not to be, there's not going to be 100% resin matching with the bodies, and like, it just doesn't, it's not a big deal to me. It doesn't really bother me. It's not like they're, especially when you do face-ups always change them anyways, so yeah, so what I would like to do is I would like to send the girls the Lorena head and some of those mini feet heads, the Elf Suni and the Elf Flam head. I would love to send those to Fitzwig, And then this head and the Miro head, I'd really like to send those to Stio. I can't remember what they call their, that's their Instagram name is Stio. I don't know what their, if they have an Etsy, but I love their face ups. They've been doing face ups for a while now. And so it's not like that I don't like your guys' work. It's just that I spend all my money on dolls and then I can't do face ups or buy them clothes, or this is why I sew. This is why I sew, because I've spent all my money on the dolls and have no money left over to buy things for them. Or first world problems, right? So I think those are the major things. Looking over here at the dollies. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I was going to, so maybe I won't cut this into its own thing. Oh, I changed the eyes in my little bunny. He's had these little brown eyes forever, and then these are some eyes that I think that these were eyes that came with one of my Lily Cat dolls. It's really hard to see, but there. So there's that. Cute. Okay, I'm going to call it quits here. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you're having a great week, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.